G'day and welcome to part 3 of my water-cooled desk series of videos. If you've just recently watched, part 1 or part 2, this is quite a big jump to see what's actually happened. I promised some guy asked when the next video is coming out, and I promised I'd probably get one on the 1st of September. So New Zealand, it's 1st of September. So yeah, and basically the only reason I'm doing this video is because I actually finished all my loop and finished everything, and unfortunately I went to go power the motherboard on and it's dead. So instead of having to wait another a few weeks to post a video, I thought I'll just get this one out to you guys as soon as possible, because I just had a brief look at the part 2 video just to see what's changed, and it's actually been quite a lot. So as you can see from this, all the cabling has been done. Took a bloody long time, and I'm reasonably happy with how everything's turned out. We'll just zoom in over here slowly. Not that far. There we go. As you can see, the 24 pin looks pretty bloody good, and the GPUs look not too bad. But then at the power supply end, it's a bit messy. But it's unfortunately the way the power supply was wired, it's not 1-to-1, meaning that the cables on the 24 pin and the power on the power supply end, weren't exactly the same. So they're kind of higgledy-piggledy a bit. But I think I did the best I could, and the cables are quite tidy. And I used the Mod Smart clips that hold the cables together just temporarily. Most of them are only there just to train the wires, and make sure that they stay in place for a bit. Probably after a couple of months of using the desk, I'll probably actually be able to remove the clips, because I use the Lutro Customs wiring, which is supposed to be good for training the cable, so that when you leave them a certain way for a bit, they actually stay the way that you leave them. I made a clip just here. Oops, sorry. Which pins down the 24 pin. That made me so that I didn't have to use the clips on that 24 pin. It just kept things a bit cleaner, and I'm bloody happy with how that's turned out, and it's looking good. Moving on from the cabling, we'll zoom out, and I use the Mayhem's orange pastel coolant. I bought 5 litres worth of concentrate, because I was thinking I'd probably use about 4.5-5 litres, but the loop actually took probably just over 2.5 litres, which is it's hardly anything. I thought it was going to take a lot more than that, so I actually only used 3 bottles of concentrate, so I got some spare. Okay, so you have to top it up a bit. When you look at the reservoirs compared to the sleeving, it's a bit of a colour change. However, since I have to pull apart the loop to send the bloody motherboard back, I'll probably put some yellow dye in the loop. This will change the colouring a bit, and lighten it up a bit, and make it a bit more similar to the sleeving. So it'll match a bit, and match with the motherboard a bit more. Because at the moment it looks a bit pinkish, which it's not that great. I mean, it's not really a pastel orange as such, but I'm not shitting on Mayhem's or anything, but once you add a few drops of yellow Mayhem's dye, it should come out pretty good. So we'll just go over the loop now. So that's the tubing and whatnot. But so as the loop layout comes, I was having some problems with the pumps. I was going to run them in parallel so that they were both intaking from their own reservoirs. However, when they were powered up, they're basically just the loop was basically only the reservoir to pump to reservoir, because there's just no pressure. There's just no fluid coming down this channel here. There was just nothing. So I had to think of a way to do it, and just move the camera a bit. But sorry. The way I've done it, so that these two reservoirs here go to this pump only. It comes out into a T-join, an L join, sorry, and then comes into a T-join and goes to this pump and this pump, so it runs in series. This was the loop that people were saying, oh, you shouldn't really use in parallel. It won't really work that much. Be interesting to see how it works, but I'd recommend series. So there are people that were saying, that's spot on, and but that's the thing about trying new things, and just seeing if things will work. So yeah, so basically the disc is actually finished. All I have to do now is just get. Oh yeah, thanks to Computer Lounge for sponsoring me a 2-meter LED kit from NZXT, and if you've been following the build log, you'll see I was actually originally using red SATA cables, and they actually gave me some black ones, and they said, we've got some black ones if you want, and I said, yeah, sure, because I actually ran out of black ones, and I thought, oh, the red ones will do, but yeah, they don't work too well, so big thanks to them for chucking those over to me. Thanks a lot, guys. As far as lighting goes, I'll be using a 2-meter NZXT LED kit. The power adapter will probably sit in here, or maybe I'll mod it so that I can actually use it with a fan controller. So it'll just run off a 3-pin power input from the fan controller. I don't want to use the fan controller at all, to be honest, because if I power it on, I'll probably have too much current going through it and just blow all the LEDs. So I'm still going to be looking for a nice tidy way to have the LEDs, but roughly the PCI slot will be in here, and the LEDs will just go around the outside and under the glass, so it should illuminate everything quite nicely because the glass is dark tint. At the end of the video, I'll put the glass on and show you what the components in that look like under the glass. As far as the way that the fans are powered, I've got I'll let you pull it out for you. As a Mod Smart fan hub, and so you just got your power input, and it gives you how many? 8 fan connections you can use. And so basically this just sits under the radiator itself, and it powers that one radiator. I actually got these originally because I was going to use all the fans on this one thing, on this one adapter here. However, there's these 4 down the end that are, when I had the fans in, they were just bloody slow because of this resistor here. So I'll probably not use this one in particular and get 2 4-pin ones. So, or just probably get some 4 3-pin fan splitters. But yeah, so that just sits under the radiator itself, and it's invisible. So I've got my sleeved extension, which runs at the front of the desk. Yeah, so that's in terms of that, it's pretty tidy. I was going to use the push-pull configuration, however, there wasn't really going to be any gain. It was, I've got 2 whopping big, fucking huge radiators, and just for the components that I've got at the moment, I don't need the push-pull configuration, and I'm gonna get good temps as it is. Bloody great temps just with those 8 fans. They'll be running pretty much as low as they can go, near silent. So yeah, hopefully it stays cool. But yeah, and plus I don't really think it's worth the extra money for the fans. I spent a shitload on them as it is, just those 10 or 12 that I bought. But no, I've already done some temperature testing, and it's actually come out really well. If you haven't seen the temperatures or anything like that, I cannot remember them off the top of my head. Just check out the build log, and I'm sure you'll find them there somewhere through the 300 or something photos. So if you got slow internet, I'm sorry, but the build log's just not for you. Anyway, what can we talk about now? Do, 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 do. Well, I'm not too sure what we can talk about. Right now, in the previous video or the video before that, I don't think I covered the components, properly. So I'll just go over them now. So we'll start on the radiator side. So these are the Watercooled Nexus monster radiators, 480 monster radiators. I got them from Performance PCS. Basically, all my water cooling stuff came from Performance PCS. So they're a great place. Got everything I actually needed, and good shipping. It's a bit expensive, but that's from it's just typical USA to New Zealand shipping. Anyway, so I've also got the Corsair SP120 Quiet Edition fans. Moving on, I've got two Bits Power 250 reservoirs, two MCP 355 lying pumps with the Coolant tops, which I actually had a lot of trouble. I bought the one on the left, last year at some point, and I couldn't find another one with the same top, so I went on eBay and found one. I got it from Greece. Bloody hard tops to find, and they're good because they've got input output on the top and input output on the side. Most tops don't have the out on the top, which is what I wanted. That was the feature that just really got me, and they look good too. Yeah, so if you do find these tops, they are good tops, and they're probably my favourite tops you can get for these pumps. Anyway, two GTX 680 2GB EVGA cards. Originally I had a single 4GB EVGA for the win card. However, I wasn't really thinking at the time, and I didn't really look into what order blocks you could get, and the blocks that the label from EK I think just looked fucking piss ugly, so I sold that for about $400 less than what I bought it for 3 months. But shit happens, and I got these two 680s on special when the 780s were about to come out, so I got a pretty good deal on them. Moving on, I've got the 3770K overclocked to 4.6 gigahertz at 1.3 volts. It's a bit of a shitty chip, but it's a shame that you got all the big loop in a pretty disastrous chip. But I think I got 5 gigahertz out of it at 1.6 volts. Yes, 1.6 volts. I was only running at that high just for the hell of it, really, and that was only for about half an hour, so no long-term damage or anything like that. Then we have the Corsair Dominator RAM, two 8 gig sticks. They're the 1866 megahertz edition, and they are expensive, and they look good. The one thing I really love about this desk is just how well all the Chrome stuff works. The blocks, the RAM, the UP7 water block itself, they all just work so well together. I'll give you a better shot. So if we come over here, the lighting's not too good. However, it's just all a good finish. All the Chrome finish works so well. And then below that, we have the Gigabyte Z77 UP7 motherboard, which was supposed to be the best overclocking board for the Z77 series. I don't really think it's any better than any other board. It's not really worth the extra money, but I just really wanted it because it was orange and black, to be honest. So I was happy just with the colouring. Moving on, in the corner there, we've got three Samsung 840 SSDs. One is a Samsung 840 Pro 256 gigabyte SSD, which is for my operating system, and the other two are just regular Samsung 840 250GB editions in RAID 0, which are my main games and program files and etc. There's no hard drive storage in here because everything is on my file server, which is, everything's all backed up on there, and all my movies and stuff that are on there, so just, stream them through Plex and whatnot. So, I wanted to make this desk as quiet and minimalistic as possible. I didn't really achieve the minimalistic as possible really with all the tubing, but in terms of components, I think I got pretty much as less as possible, when as less wiring as possible. So, oh goodness, keep burping. Next we've got the AX760i. It is only 760 watts. You might be thinking, why isn't it using an 850 watt? Ideally, I would like to use an 850 watt. However, I was looking on, Trade Me, which is the equivalent to eBay in New Zealand, and I picked this up for about $70 just off a retail price. I don't know why it was so cheap. It's some guy probably stole it and just put it on Trade Me, because they'd only been out for about 2 weeks, and I picked it up for $70 cheaper than retail. And I thought, well, I'll snap that up, save me some money, because when I originally laid out this desk, I was going to be using AX850. However, in my last build, the radiator leaked and dripped into the power supply, and boom! So that died, unfortunately. But shit happens. That's the risk with water cooling, I guess. Yeah. Just in the corner over here, we've got two Corsair AF 120 fans. I wonder if I turn this light on here. Doesn't really do much. Two AF 120 fans, the Quiet Edition. I probably won't have these on. I might. It's just the dust. I'll have to put some dust filters on that before I even think about turning them on, just because the amount of dust that they'd bring in would just be unbelievable. So just by having the desk sitting here for a month, it's just the dust that it picks up, even with no fans. It's just a pain in the ass. So yeah, I really have to look at getting some dust filters. I might not put them on the left side, just because I can just get the vacuum cleaner out and give it a good old suck out and do it that way. But yeah, because since there's nothing actually in the left bay, there's no components that'll get dirty, or anything that can happen or malfunction because of the dust. I'll just give you a look on the front. This is the G Legion's fan controller. I think I got it for about $70 from Performance PCS, and it's I got it just because it carried. I can't remember how many amps total it could carry, but it was heaps, and just for running the pumps off the fan controller, I really wanted to have as much amperage as possible. So, because if I got a cheaper one, I'd probably blow the fan controller up. So it's working well actually. It's I like how it gives you a readout of the temperature if possible, and shows the RPM of fans and the voltage. It's good. That's good because I can set the voltages for the pumps. So I'll probably just set them both at 7 volt or something like that. I think they actually need a minimum of 7 volts to actually start. So it's good to be able to just leave them at a knob, but it's 7.2 volts. They're always going to start up when you turn the computer on. Now that I actually have not got around to putting the power and reset buttons on yet. That's still a work in progress, and I'm still thinking about where I'm going to put them. I'll probably just end up putting them one there and one there, or one here and one here. I've got the switches. They're Vandal switches. I can't remember what they're called. They're just the normal modding ones that people use, and they got orange backlighting, so that fits in with the rig. I actually just remember that. I completely forgot about putting that one in. Anyway, the little media thing, cannot for the life of me remember what they're actually called, but 4 USB 2, 2 USB 3, and all these card readers, which I'll probably never use apart from the SD card. However, you know, it's just handy to have the option, and yeah, it's tidy, it's small, it's, you know, it's got 6 USB ports that I could potentially use if I ever need to, though I'll probably only ever use the 2 USB 3s. And yeah, so yeah. Another thing I have to talk about. I actually lowered the desk like a gangster. I lowered the desk. It was just a little bit too tall, and because with the initial plan, I was going to have a keyboard tray that would slide out under this, and you know, I wanted it to slide out and push up, but there wasn't really a mechanism that I could find that would actually be able to do that. So I'll just explain to you what's going to happen with this new keyboard tray. Alright, so just get your imaging brains out. So a big metal sheet like, you know, this long will sit here, a U shape, and we'll have a bearing on the front, so a cylinder tube on the front, and then it'll have the tray will be here. Alright, so because there's a bearing here, I'll be able to swing it out like that. And I have another one in the middle here, so that, you know, I can it'll be able to swing this way, and then here it'll be able to swing out as well, so just an extra bit of movement. The keyboard tray will probably sit just aligned with this bottom base, which, you know, it's good. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot better than the original plan, and, you know, hopefully I can get it working alright. I'm getting it professionally done, so that's going to be another, you know, week or two to get the actual thing made. But yeah, so just a bit of a snappy video, I guess. I just want to get this bloody thing apart and send the motherboard back so I can get the part 4 video. I said this would be the last video, however, due to the motherboard dying and you know, doing that keyboard tray, it's going to take another couple of weeks. It's a bloody slow build, and I just really need to get it done. So yeah, so that's basically just whizzed through the video as fast as I could, really. Remember to check out the build log, because, you know, it's got all the good pictures that this camera can't, you know, really go into too much detail with. It gets updated, you know, every couple of weeks, and probably 20 to 30 pictures, you know, every update. So it's I'll link the one to the Linus Tech Tips forums, which it's doing publicly. It's doing great. I mean, it's over 80,000 views and you know, 500 replies, or, you know, so that's great. Also, you know, thanks to everyone that subscribed lately. I've nearly got 600 or something like that. It's great, you know. To think that 600 of you actually want to come and, you know, watch my videos and, you know, watch the desk and actually, you know, see what I'm building. It's really, you know, makes me proud, you know, to do this kind of stuff. I have got another project lined up for this after I finish the desk, and yeah, I'll tell you. It's something, you know, small. It's an ITX build that I'm putting in an Xbox 360 shell. You know, it sounds a bit boring, but it's actually going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be quite beasty. So there's your little teaser for it. So yeah, thank you very much for checking out this video, guys. I'll try and get the part 4 up to you in probably another 4 weeks or something like that. Just, you know, just depends when I get the motherboard back, because, you know, they're not really stocked anymore. Hopefully I don't get a Z87 Haswell board, because then I have to get a frickin' 4770K. So, because that's what happened with my last board. When I lost my Sniper 2, got a Sniper 3 back. However, I could still use my 2500 or 2600K. Anyway, that's a wrap for this video. Thank you very much for checking it out, and I'll get another one out to you as soon as I can. Cheers. Bye.